Tail of the tape brought to you by Celsius Live Fit. Katherine Corogenes is 33 years of age, making her 2 years older than Kaytlin Neal. It is Neal who is 2 inches taller and has a 3-inch advantage on the arm reach. There's Larry Folsom. He will oversee the action in our final bout of the evening.
You ready?
Kaytlin Neal in the black, go. Katherine Corogenes in the gray. Touch of the glove. Feeling out process here. Neal initiates with an inside leg kick, and now Corogenes gets the kicks going as well.
Yeah, Neal really trying to utilize that length and reach advantage here. A lot of long-range strikes that kick to the inside of the lead leg. Trying to slow Corogenes down, who's probably going to look for a takedown here.
Katherine Corogenes has been in a PFL cage before. She was in a showcase bout against Dakota Ditcheva. That was her first MMA loss, pro or amateur. Dakota Ditcheva will be part of our PFL Europe roster. By the way, PFL Europe begins March 25th in Newcastle, England. Kaytlin Neal with the double underhooks here. Ditcheva will be on that Newcastle card, trying to prove her worth as potentially an anchor of the women's flyweight roster, which we expect to be part of our 2024 PFL regular season. Looking for some more flyweight talent here tonight. 4 fights, this the 4th of those. A little blood showing here as Katherine Corogenes gets to work.
Yeah, really starting to get aggressive there. And Neal really starting to bleed on that left side.
Cut somewhere on Katniss Kaytlin Neal. Can't tell where it is. It's inside the hairline or somewhere on the... Oh,
it's on the outside of the left eye, yeah.
Outside of that left eye for Kaytlin Neal. And they're already doing some grappling here in the first round, Kenny. That can make things a little bit slipperier when there's blood involved.
Yeah, no question about it.
All right, Megan Anderson, right now Kaytlin Neal pressing Katherine Corogenes against the cage. How does she mount some meaningful offense?
I would like to see her either look for a takedown or separate and get back to the striking. We know that she wants to stay on the outside and use her range, so why not do that? This kind of favors Corogenes right now because Neal isn't really doing anything. If anything, Corogenes is the one that is doing the damage, that is looking to keep the fight progressing and looking to get a finish. But, I mean, it's just interesting to see that this is a very odd position where she likes to be striking and from the range.
All right, Paige Van Zandt, it's not the fight-ending type of cut, but there is a cut right now on Kaytlin Neal. What does seeing your own blood do for a fighter's mentality?
Oh, yeah. I've been cut open in the first round of a 5-round war with Rose Namajunas. It definitely does a little something. It gets in your eyes. It gets in both fighters' eyes, though. So I think that right now it looks like a safe enough cut that it's not going to cause the fight to be stopped. But I do really like what Katherine is doing on the cage. She's throwing elbows over the top. Even though her back is on the cage, she's causing a lot of damage.
All right, Sam Darnold, the tactics for Kaytlin Neal appear to be to press here, but is it effective?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll find out. You know, I agree with Megan for sure about. I think Kaytlin needs to back away and get back to striking. I think this is where Corogenes wants to be. So you know, we'll see. But you know, if Kaytlin wants to stick to this plan and it leads her to a victory, good on her.
Nice right hand on the exit there from Kaytlin Neal. Inside of 1 minute in the first round, and you can see that blood in the left eye of Kaytlin Neal. Nice takedown attempt here. Neal can't finish it. Corogenes with a good sprawl to negate.
Yeah, she telegraphed that takedown attempt a little bit too much. Corogenes seems to be in a rhythm here.
Let's go, 30 seconds. Let's go. 30 seconds.
Corogenes tests that right kick right up, and then Neal responds with a side kick. Front kick caught there by Katherine Corogenes, who now pushes Kaytlin Neal to the cage.
Yeah, Corogenes really doing a great job and not letting the larger Neal bully her in this fight.
Neal reverses position here with 10 seconds. Now the final 5. Round 2 to come on Fubo Sports. Take a look inside the corner of Kaytlin Neal. You can see that is not an insignificant cut over the left eye. Great work by the cut man here to get it closed up and stop the bleeding for now.
Yeah, Scott Ream doing a great job there on the eye, but you know, good for Neal that it's on the outside of the eye and not dripping into the eye, because that can make things very complicated for Kaytlin Neal.
Look at that. That is masterful work in the corner by the cut man. All the blood pouring at the end of round number 1 on Kaytlin Neal. Has stopped for now. Katherine Corogenes will probably zero in on that.
Yeah, I'm liking this side kick much better than the teep, because it seems like Neal's base is not ideal. You know, she's getting pushed back, she's getting pushed off balance and getting brushed by Corogenes, so I think that side kick is going to work out better for her, just like that.
I bring it up all the time, Kenny, but an interesting first round to score, because you got the damage showing on Kaytlin Neal. She had the control position for most of the first round, but maybe didn't mount enough meaningful offense. You just never know how judges are going to score around like that.
Yeah, I mean, typically, again, you know, the first order of priority when it comes to judging is going to be damage, really effective striking. And when you see blood like that, and you see Corogenes just a little bit more effective there in round 1, you got to think the judge is going to go that way. I mean, if I'm in the corner of Kaytlin Neal, that's what I'm telling her. She needs these next 2 rounds.
Drop your hips down. Every time she puts it up, smash it into the cage.
More of those short right hands, which were the thing that actually opened up the cut on Kaytlin Neal's eye. And there the dripping starts again.
Push it into the cage now. There you go. Get her on one leg. Heavy here.
Yeah, Corogenes knows that's where she needs to attack. Neal doing a much better job, though, getting those knees going. You see that left knee acting as a knee shield to protect against those knees of Neal.
Keep it on that side of the same position.
Katherine Corogenes pressed against the cage right now, but she told us in the fighter meetings, nothing that any of these women can do to me is going to scare me. She was a PhD candidate doing anthropology research with chimpanzees and told us a great story of one day she accidentally tripped over a baby chimp, and Mama Chimp gave her a look. She says, if I'm not scared of chimpanzees, these women cannot freak me out.
Let's keep picking. We got 3 minutes left in the round. Pull it to the center.
Actually abandoned her PhD candidacy to pursue this dream of mixed martial arts glory. Katherine Corogenes, fascinating.
Down and in. There you go.
All right, Paige Van Zandt. We know Katherine Corogenes isn't intimidated right now, but she is pressed up against the barrier. How does she get out?
She does have her back on the cage right now. She needs to reverse, and honestly, she's the one who went into this tie-up position that ended up having her back on the cage. She was feinting really well, getting really, really big reactions out of Neal. She just needs to capitalize off of those feints and actually throw some strikes. She was connecting very well out in the open. She didn't need to tie up, and that's how she put herself on put her back on the cage.
Megan Anderson, we're now 5+ minutes into Kaytlin Neal pressing Katherine Corogenes against the cage. Do you stay with this separation if you're Katniss and not try to get back in where you're having a hard time mounting offense?
I mean, I feel like Neal is struggling to mount some offense, even on the feet as well. That's why I feel like she's wanting to control on the cage. You know, Corogenes is having some success with these big shots, and that's what is initiating Neal to want to clinch up. So it will be interesting to see how she adjusts and if she can find something to really exploit as the fight continues.
Ian Parker, the big-time favorite in this fight, has got blood running down her face right now. How do you see it?
Right now, if the round were to end right now, I would say it's 1-1, because I think in the first round, Corogenes had the damage over the control. In this round, I think the control actually, due to the little damage, I guess, between the round, I think Katniss has to throw more, has to do something if she wants to earn a contract, because right now, a win's not going to cut it.
Double jab there from Kaytlin Neal. Sorry, Kenny.
Yeah, no, sorry, Sean. I think that's a good assessment there by Ian Parker because, you know, as far as effective striking here, they're relatively even. That's a nice axe kick.
Beautiful axe
by
kick.
Kaytlin Neal. That was gorgeous. But when things are even, then you go to the control. You go to that second order on the judges as far as control. That's only if you only go to control if effective striking is even, and it's been pretty even. But that axe kick was beautiful from Kaytlin Neal.
And you're looking for significant moments in a fight that is so close like this. Can that be one that decides this round? We'll see. Nice right hand there from Kaytlin Neal.
Yeah, nice little blitz there from Kaytlin Neal, and she needs this and more as we get to the end of round 2. Oh, there's another one. Beautiful one, too. And another.
Final few seconds of this. Neal presses Corogenes against the cage, and we head to round 3.
If working hard is essential to get where you want to be, you need something that gets you going and keeps you going on the path to your true potential. You need a spotter, a running mate, a loyal companion. You need Celsius. Every drop is essential. Celsius.
Kenny Florian, give me some replays here from the second round.
You got it. We talked about Kaytlin Neal needing to get more aggressive. Look at that beautiful axe kick up and over the arms and the guard of Corogenes there. Landed beautifully. And here's a nice 1-2 up and over the guard as well. Nice finish. 1-2-3 there from Kaytlin Neal. And those combinations may have won the round for her.
There is Katniss, Kaytlin Neal in the black.
Ready, go.
Katherine Corogenes in the gray. Third and final round here of our final bout of the evening. Not just looking for a win, but for a contract to be part of the flyweight division inside the PFL. Neal probing out with those kicks, trying to keep Corogenes off of her. Nice blitz again from Kaytlin Neal. And aside from being a fighter, Kaytlin Neal is a fitness coach, so for her, you don't have to question the gas tank. She usually does get stronger later in her fights, but Katherine Corogenes appears to be right there as well.
Yeah, still pretty even when it comes to the striking. Kaytlin landing, or trying to land from the outside. Looked like she took an eye poke there.
Right there.
Katherine Corogenes knew it as soon as the finger went in. They both paused the action.
And it was the same eye that already has damage above it with the cut. But Corogenes went to try to frame and keep Neal on the outside. That ended up being an eye poke there.
Well, Kaytlin Neal just told us the cut is actually from a headbutt.
You're good? Wait right there for me.
We'll have to go back and find a replay of what caused the cut, but
1 point, finger to the eye.
already a point.
1 point, finger to the eye.
That means that Corogenes was warned earlier in this fight. You saw Larry Folsom.
Are you ready?
And this is a close fight, Kenny, so that is not insignificant.
No, I mean, that could be devastating to the cause of Katherine Corogenes there. Losing a point here, this might lead to her really trying to get very aggressive, and she may need a finish now in this round.
Neal now getting aggressive. Sneaks her right hand in as she's moving backwards. Corogenes pursuing. Neal grabs a hold, throws the knee up the middle.
Yeah, it seems like Neal is doing a good job of getting to that clinch, but she's not really committing to the takedown there. A little hesitant.
There is a possibility here with third round up for grabs, Kenny Florian, that round 1 potentially goes to Corogenes. Round 2, I think, belongs to Kaytlin Neal. If Corogenes wins this round but has the point deduction taken, that we're talking about a draw.
Yeah.
So that's always a possibility. Kaytlin Neal needs to take advantage of the situation, an opportunity that point deduction opens up for her.
Yeah, no question about it. She needs to up her volume here when it comes to the striking game. Needs to commit to these takedowns as well. She's trying to get her hip in, but again, that knee shield, you see the shin there across the leg of Kaytlin Neal, preventing those hips from entering and getting underneath her center of mass.
Less than 3 minutes for either of these women to make their case, not only to win the fight, but to win the contract. Nice left hand there for Kaytlin Neal. Low kick from Corogenes. And another. Megan Anderson, Katherine Corogenes lost a point on the judges' scorecards here. Will that be a factor if we head to the decision?
I think it's definitely going to be a factor, particularly if this fight is so incredibly close, like you guys were saying. And if she happens to win this fight, then, I mean, that could even this particular round out. So I'm really interested to see how this continues as she gets the eye poke again.
Kaytlin Neal did move into the open hand there of Katherine Corogenes. And Paige, we're talking about a close fight. We're talking about point deductions. But more importantly, how do you win a contract when this fight is so close?
This is an incredibly close fight. Honestly, when it goes to the judges, I have no idea who's going to pull away unless somebody gets a finish. This is tough. These girls, they put on a really good fight. Unfortunately, there's been some eye pokes, some points taken. But altogether, it has been a very good fight.
Sam Darnold, how do you see this one on your scorecard so far?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, to be honest. You know, especially with the point deduction, you would love to see, I mean, Kaytlin and Corogenes both just let it go for this next minute, just a full-on sprint to the end, and may the best woman win.
Ian Parker, how are you feeling about your bet here?
You know what? That point deduction is going to change everything, because right now I think Corogenes has landed the better shots in this round. Neal's going back to the well with the control. I think if she doesn't turn it up, we're going to look at a draw here.
Neal may be attempting to steal this round with a takedown, goes upstairs with her left hand. More short right hooks. And Kaytlin Neal, successful in this takedown, goes right to the back, but Corogenes has her head.
Oh, look at this. Now she gets one hook.
Katniss has got her arm around the neck of Katherine Corogenes. Can she finish? Oh, what a rollout by Corogenes.
See, I don't know why Neal is trying to let her get up there. You know, that was a nice exchange that maybe swung the round in her favor, but why wouldn't you try to stay on top there and put emphasis on this round?
Final few seconds of a great fight. And after the bell, that one doesn't count. Came after the bell, Kenny Florian.
Yes.
Kaytlin Neal, Katherine Corogenes. We go to the judges' scorecards and find out who wins when we return. Challenger.
The Hook and Ladder has been a Firehouse original since day one. It's piled high with honey ham, smoked turkey, and melted Monterey Jack. To top it off, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs, we make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
fans, Fubo TV. Try it free. Watch PFL on Fubo. Get over 100 live channels of sports, shows, and more for half the cost of cable. Watch 7 days for free by signing up at FuboTV.com/PFL, FUBOTV.com/PFL.
All right, let's check out the Air Force Reserve post-fight stats. It was a close one, and the numbers pretty much indicate that. Very close on total strikes, arm strikes very close as well. Leg strike advantage for Kaytlin Nailing. Sean is in the cage, and he is ready with a official decision. Sean.
After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored about 29-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Katniss Kaytlin Neal.